Sorry it's been a while since my last video. I say that every time I do a video. I'm a bit shit, I do apologise. But today I'm going to do a Q&A, but I'll just give you an update on like what's been going on. Basically, there's a strong possibility that I've had corona. And I just went back to work yesterday after self-isolating. I thought it was my wisdom teeth, because when my wisdom teeth have come through before, it's just like give me like a head cold, and I've had a fever with it before and stuff, so I just thought it was wisdom teeth. And then I lost my sense of smell and taste, and it was really, really weird, and I was like panicking because I love food. And not being able to taste food, like, I think I had a bit of a tearful moment at one point because I was like, I can't taste anything, I just want to taste something. Give me a pickled onion, maybe that'll work. It was really, really horrible. And there was one point where like I still had a fever and stuff, but I got up, put my makeup on, like took some pictures and stuff, like just tried to get on with it. I was going to do a YouTube video, but it lasted like 45 minutes and I just took all my makeup off and just got back into bed because I couldn't do it. It was really, really weird, but like fever, you know, like when you're really cold but you're sweating your tits off. Oh God, it was just like, yeah. And I rarely get ill. Like my immune system's just, you know, the bollocks. But I don't know what happened. I really don't. But anyway, like everything's back to normal now, and I'm gonna do a Q&A. I've lost the questions that I got off my Instagram, sorry. But I'm just going to go off the questions that I got on my YouTube post that I posted on Autism Awareness Day. The first one is from Ian Land Pirate, and he says, are you still microdosing mushrooms, and if so, how's it going? Also, could you talk about your favourite bands and maybe do an acoustic song or two? I'm really sorry, Ian, but obviously I've just had this corona and I still feel really stuffy, and yeah, I don't think I'll be able to sing, and I don't really sing anyway these days. Should really start doing it again because it's quite therapeutic. But I'm not still microdosing magic mushrooms because I don't feel the need to microdose anymore. Like, I'm absolutely fine. I'm back to normal. You know, I don't feel depressed. I've rarely had meltdowns, even during this lockdown for corona. Sorry, still a bit stuffy. So yeah, like I've just felt completely different, and there's not, even during meltdowns, I've not felt the need to, you know, hurt myself and all that kind of stuff. I've not thought anything bad. I've just thought, oh, you know, shit, I'm having a meltdown, so just let it all out and then get on with it. So, but I'm sure if I started feeling the way that I did again, I'll probably start doing it again, because, you know, there's no help for mental health and stuff down here, and you know, I've tried it and it really does work, so I still recommend it to anybody. Queen of Zenk says, are there any unmasking tips you have, like how to tell other people that's what you're doing, or how to keep your own authenticity in general? That's a really good question. To be honest with you, I did a video about unmasking, I think it was last year, and I still believe that unmasking and, you know, feeling like you can be your authentic autistic self is very, very important. But I've kind of slipped back into my own old ways, and I have started masking again. You know, there's been occasions where I've, you know, been with my boyfriend's family and stuff like that, and there's been a lot of people around. Like, I remember at Christmas, like that was quite intense actually. I'd just done a 14-hour shift and I went round to their house on Christmas, and I just had to put the face on because, you know, but it was a real struggle because I had hardly anything left in the barrel. And the next day I was just like, just knackered all day. So I mean, that's another thing as well, like, it's so tiring putting the mask on all the time, and it makes you feel really sad as well, and really, like, depressed and shit, because you're just pretending to be somebody that you're not, and I guess that's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you're betraying yourself. But, you know, when I do unmask, I think I do it now and then when I don't realise it. I just think to myself, like, if somebody doesn't like me, they don't like me. They don't have to like me. It's not like, you know, I'm not going to die if somebody doesn't like me. You know, if they do like me, then that's fine. But I have tried it a few times, like at work and stuff, and just tried to relax and be myself and that. And I've actually had some really funny conversations with people, you know, and felt more relaxed, you know, and just by subconsciously telling myself to just be myself, you know, instead of being all uptight and, oh, am I doing the right thing and am I doing the right body language and all that, because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but we are so programmed to mask, it just happens, doesn't it? So yeah. Sir Lancelot McButt, that's a nice name, says, "Hey Anna, I have high functioning autism and I'm about to start dating for the first time. Ooh, check you out. Do you have any tips or suggestions for someone like me who has no experience and may lack some confidence?" Whew, that is a tough one. I would probably say, I mean, there's a lot of stuff to say. I should probably do a video on about it, to be honest. But in short, I would try and connect with people that have similar interests to you, so you've got something to talk about, so you're not just sat there like awkward thinking of what to say, because there's nothing worse than when that happens. It's horrible. So if you've got stuff in common and you've got stuff to talk about, like, things just flow better. And, you know, I mean, people with autism love to talk about the special interests anyway, so, you know, you'll probably find that you're a lot more relaxed and a lot happier when you're talking about stuff that you like, and that you've found somebody that likes the same stuff as you, or one of the same things as you. The second thing I'd say is, again, just try and be yourself. It sounds really generic and really boring, but it is true, because if you like really try and be somebody that you're not, then you'll just attract people that want this person that you're trying to be, if you get what I mean. And you know, I've done that before, where I've masked all the time, like really just literally pretended to be somebody I'm not. It's really embarrassing, but I have done that before. And then when the cracks appear and the real me comes out, the person's like, right, okay, this is a bit weird, you know, you weren't like this before, what's happened? And then you just have to explain to them, actually, no, this is the real me, like, you know, this is the real Slim Shady. And yeah, like, it's just, and it's stressful as well. Dating should be something that you enjoy. You enjoy the experience of dating and stuff, and you don't want to be putting yourself in a position where, you know, you're stressing yourself out. Another thing I'd say is be careful. And, you know, I mean, this mainly applies to women, like in my experience anyway, but men, obviously, it's a thing with men as well. People with autism tend to be easily manipulated, and sorry, I've got a really runny nose. And this can lead to dangerous situations, and, you know, people doing you over, people using you for like money and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to scare you, but you just have to be a bit careful, especially if you like online dating. Like I don't really like online dating, and you know, I prefer to meet somebody in person, because I can never tell if I'm going to fancy somebody by looking at a picture of him. It just doesn't do it for me, you know. But yeah, just be wary, and, you know, make sure you set your boundaries and everything, and yeah, just have fun, see what happens. The next one is from Dirk Schneider. Hello, Aaron. And he says, "Happy Autism Awareness Day." Happy belated Autism Awareness Day now. What do you think about the way that the terms Aspergers and high functioning autism are not being used anymore? Now we are all on the spectrum, I now find that when I go to autism forums, I talk to people like myself. They are filled with parents of children with low functioning autism. Isn't it a good thing to be able to make a distinction between these groups, even if it's not an exact science where you should draw the line? That is a really good question, and I actually agree with you. Like, you know, sometimes I'll hear myself saying, you know, I have Aspergers. Sometimes I'll hear myself saying I have autism, and then people that are used to seeing documentaries about autism and these people or these children being children, be male, and see, you know, quite intense behaviour wise, they look at me like, no, you haven't, you know. So I think there should be kind of, I don't know, it's whatever you're comfortable with, I think. You know, a lot of people are more comfortable with saying they have autism. Other people still say that they have Asperger's, and I don't think there's anything wrong with either. And, you know, if you say you have autism, that just probably creates a dialogue for you to talk about, you know, what it's like for you as somebody, with somebody, as somebody with autism, So, yeah, it's, I'm quite undecided on it, and I just tend to just go with the flow, whatever's happening. And yeah, it's nice that it's all inclusive now, and you know, it's kind of a unified thing. But I agree with you, I think there should be some kind of distinction. MJ says, could you say something about how you manage autism with work and or working at home? And he says that we have the same job, care workers, woo! I've actually just finished a video talking about employment and how to like balance it and how to kind of find a job that's sustainable for you. It's extremely long because, you know, we all know that I like a waffle, but I will be uploading that soon. Ruth Yarwood says, hi Anna, what is your Instagram? I'll follow you. My Instagram is dynamitejetmoom. I'll put it below because a lot of people get confused. Basically, the reason why it's called that is one of my favourite Dogs D'Amour songs is in the Dynamite Jet Saloon, and my nickname's Moom, Anna Moomin, so Dynamite Jet Moom. Nobody gets it, but it's fine. Lee says, making friends and socialising, social media and loneliness. I think a lot of people are experiencing negative effects of isolation because they are forced to with the current situation, but I've struggled with these things for years. It would be interesting to know your thoughts on these topics and if they've ever affected you or how you've coped. You know what, that's a really good idea for an actual video, that, so thanks, Lee. But just in short, I'd say, I mean, isolation for me, it's been a piece of piss because I don't really socialise. I do a lot of things, but they are things that I do alone. Like going to the gym. I mean, I'm absolutely devastated that the gym's shut. I understand why, but I can't wait to get back in the gym because I feel like a big fat blob. And it just gives you a sense of achievement as well. Like if you've had a really shit day, you go to the gym and you just feel loads better. It's just really good. Love it. But in terms of socialising, I completely understand other people with autism feeling lonely and isolated. And I mean, I'm really lucky because I live with my partner, and I mean, sometimes we do each other's heads in. But yeah, it's just nice to have somebody there, and you know, somebody there that you love and you want to spend time with. And you know, we've enjoyed cooking together and, you know, watching series. We've watched so many series. I mean, we're just out of series to watch now. And it's just been really nice, and like we hardly see each other and stuff, so it's nice to spend some time with each other when we haven't really been able to that much in regular life. So, but for people living on their own, and for people, even people living with a family or in a house share or something, I can imagine being cooped up in your house and not having anybody to talk to in person can be really shit. I completely understand that. Sorry, my boyfriend came in from playing his drums and I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I've been quite lucky to live with my partner and have somebody there with me, especially on the days where I have found it difficult. So I can't imagine what people are going through, you know, living at home on their own. But if we didn't have social media, I think everybody would just be really depressed and isolated and just, yeah, it'd be horrible because, I mean, social media for me, in regular life, not just in isolation, is a big part of my socialising because I don't know a lot of people in real life that are into like 80s things and, you know, the bands that I'm into and abandoned buildings and, you know, 80s decor and stuff like that. You know, to connect with people that have got this same interests as me on Instagram, you know, people that live at the other side of the world, it's amazing, you know, and it makes you feel like you're part of something and there's other people like you, same as like the autism community on YouTube and on Twitter and on Facebook, and you know, people have these communities and it does feel like you have friends, like you have people with common interests, you have people that know what you're going through, that you can talk to and communicate with, and it does make you feel less alone. So in times like these, I mean, you see, I think it's, is it House Party, where people basically invite the friends to like multiple video chats, like it's the same video chat but with multiple people, sorry. And they basically have a house party on the phone. I mean, that's not something that I'd do, but you know, it's really sweet the way that everybody's come together and everybody's doing all these fun challenges and, you know, posting funny things and all this kind of stuff to make people smile. Yeah, without that, we'd be buggered, wouldn't we? So, social media, as much as there are many bad points to it, and you know, it can be quite a disruptive and quite a negative thing, there are a lot of positives to it as well, and this is definitely one of them. So that's all my questions that I had on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.